What is a VLP? Basically, it's a molecular structure that resembles a virus without a genome. It has an overall diameter of about 100 to 200 nanometers, and it provides a strong immunogenicity for the purpose of immunization to generate lead candidates. And also, it do not have any kind of pathogenicity. So different kind of applications for antibody discovery work for which these kind of VLP formats can be utilized are immunization, antibody screening, PK/PD studies, as well as QC analysis. And here is a depiction of how a VLP displays the membrane protein of interest. It's basically the core particle. It encapsulates a membrane, and the membrane protein of interest is displayed in multiple numbers. And the VLPs that are generated, they offer high purity and robust activity and batch-to-batch consistency. At Cactus, we have made available not just CD3 TCR complex, but also other membrane proteins like STEAP1, GPCR5D, Claudin, different isoforms in the VLP format. And this is activity data, basically to demonstrate that the conformational integrity of the CD3 TCR complex that is constructed in the VLPs is intact. Conformationally, it's fine, and it also interacts with the anti-OKT, anti-CD3 antibody, as well as the cognate HLA-A02 binder, which we demonstrate the nanomolar binding affinities, which corresponds to the literature values. The other display platform for membrane protein in which the CD3 TCR complex and other membrane proteins have been presented by Cactus are nanodisc. And these are lipid-bilayer display platforms in which the membrane protein in a singular form is presented in the lipid microenvironment and scaffolded using a non-peptidic SMA polymer. And these nanodiscs basically can be utilized for biophysical characterization applications like ELISA, SPR, BLI, different kind of antibody screening assays, as well as phage panning. In the context of CD3 TCR complex in the nanodisc format, we demonstrate the activity data. So the slide got skipped. I go back. So we demonstrate the activity data using the anti-CD3 OKT antibody using ELISA as a characterization method, as well as SPR and BLI, and demonstrate that the conformational integrity of the NYSO TCR CD3 complex is intact and it's active. Similarly, we have also showcased the activity data using the HLA molecule towards it, which is HLA-A02, and where the TCR is 1G4C. And the activity has been quantified using ELISA, SPR, and BLI. And the obtained nanomolar binding affinities conform to the literature values. Other than the NYSO TCR, we also have the other CD3 TCR nanodisc, which is the KRAS G12D TCR. And here also the activity profile has been estimated using ELISA, SPR, and BLI. And the binding affinities that we display here are in the nanomolar range, again conforming to the literature values that we get. Not just in our hands, the activity data are coming out so consistent, but also some of the clients who have used our nanodisc platform for the CD3 TCRs, they have also successfully used in their experimental setting in their laboratories and have happily shared this data with us. So this is a snapshot of the data from one of the partner team. They have shown that the NYSO TCR with HLA-A02 as well as KRAS G12D TCR complex with HLA-A11 demonstrate appreciable binding activity. On the right-hand side is the data for the control nanodiscs, which is showing baseline data signal. This is another data set from the client team, which showcase in the IMTAC context the bindings of the CD3 TCRs and their conformational integrity as well as the binding activity, which conforms to the literature values that we see. Now, when we summarize as an application summary for both the VLPs and nanodisc for the membrane proteins in general, as well as CD3 TCR complexes, we can fairly say that these are both the display platform are good for ELISA, SPR, and VLI-based biophysical characterizations. We strongly recommend VLPs for the immunization purposes and different kind of membrane proteins, not just GPCR, 4HP, or solute carriers. They can be constituted together. I want to highlight also that phase display pannings can also be utilized using the nanodisc platforms here.